Hello anybody and welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario RPG. I'm Mr. Devious, or just Deeb, and in the last episode we went through most of Bean Valley and showed off Great Guy's Casino, as well as all this stuff. And in today's episode, we're going to be fighting the boss of Bean Valley. But first, you can see that saving the game and turning it back on respawns these piranha plants. I just thought I'd show that off, because why not? Anyway, going past the save point, we come to a single room with a lone piranha plant with a lone Shyaway just watering it. So let's fight this piranha plant. But we get the boss music instead of our usual normal battle music, so what's going on? Well, as it turns out, this piranha plant is named Milax and is actually the boss of Bean Valley. This guy isn't too tough to deal with, honestly. Although he does have higher attack, I think, and higher defense than the standard affair that you're gonna deal with, he ultimately is not that big a deal. And he pops.
La-di-da. It's shower time. There, my pretties.
And
hi-ho-dee-dum.
fun bit of trivia, hi-ho is the Japanese name of Shy Guys. So as you can see, the Shyaway will in fact come in and water the Smilax, causing it to grow more heads. The Smilax is in fact kind of dangerous in that it is going to be getting more and more turns in which to do its moves. Now this fight is actually the reason that we wanted to have so many true form pins and stuff. We're not going to see it just yet, but it will become an element later on. If you go into this fight, my biggest recommendation is that you bring something that prevents status effects, because these guys like it, even though they're not using the moves yet. If you use Psychopath, we're not going to be using Psychopath, we're just going to keep hitting them with physical attacks for now, because that's all we really need to use them. They are weak to Snowy, which I'm going to use on this one, just to kind of show off that it's weak to Snowy, but I'm not going to be using it for the rest of the fight because it's a little too powerful. And if you want to know what I mean, well, let's just swap it over to Mallow and see what happens. Let's show off Snowy. Incidentally, each of these heads has around 200 HP, by which I mean exactly 200 HP. You hit him with Snowy, that does 190.
La-di-da. It's recycled water. There, my pretties.
And as you can see, the Smilax is growing bigger and bigger as the Shyaway waters it more and more. It's getting more and more turns and getting more aggressive, but otherwise they don't really seem to be that big of a deal, because their magic is kind of whatever, it's not that big a tier. They're gonna start trying to use Pollen Nap and stuff on us, but thankfully, because we have the safety ring on Peach, the safety badge on Mario, and I actually put the amulet on Mallow and took it off of Bowser, because the amulet is actually kind of aged by this point, and the Troopa pin, which we got in the last episode, increases speed and attack, so I decided that'd be awesome for Bowser. But the amulet is still useful on Mallow, so we're gonna be putting that on it. We could have put one of the status effect preventing moves on Mallow, but I didn't do that, because I didn't want this fight to be too easy. Also, I like the attack increase and all that. As you can see, Light Thunderbolt actually does reliable damage against these guys, even though most plants we've fought seem to have exhibited some kind of resistance to electrical attacks. It seems that Smilax is the exception to this rule. So we come back around to Peach, and even though these guys are getting a lot of turns, they're not very tough as it is. We could use a rock candy to just take them all out in one hit, but that would just be silly and excessive and just a little too much. But for the sake of keeping things condensed in this fight, I'm going to use one more Snowy. Now, if you have been looking at the menu when I use it, it does take 12 FP, so this is an extremely expensive move, and I'm not going to be able to use it again next turn because I'm not going to have enough.
La-di-da. I added some nutrients. There, my pretties.
And here comes the true boss of Smilax. That is to say, the giant head, which you are currently looking at right now, in case that wasn't obvious. I mean, you see a giant head, that's obviously the leader. And this is the move you need to look out for. Petal Blast. That is a hit-all move that does massive damage, and if your party is vulnerable, will turn all of your party members into mushrooms. Thankfully, Mario and Peach are immune by the items that they're equipped with, but if your entire team gets hit with that attack and turned into mushrooms and takes the massive damage that they do, that gives Smilax and Mega Smilax a few turns to just wail on you and just do incredible amounts of damage, and it's just It's bad. That is a fight-ruining move, and Petal Blast is probably one of the most dangerous attacks, enemy attacks in the game because of that, just for the status effect, but it's also one of the easiest to neutralize, because at this point in the game there are several moves that, or several pieces of equipment that negate status effects. So even though this area is annoying for the status effects, if you aren't equipped to handle them, it's not that bad, because, you know, you're more than likely to have a piece of equipment. Let's look at Smilex's thoughts. And has 1000 HP. I was a water baby! That was a terrible Audrey 2 impression, and never mind I even tried that. But yes. I do believe that Mega Smilex does have more moves than this, but otherwise we have seen pretty much the extent and the gimmick of this fight. This is obviously the last head we have to deal with, but it's really not that big of a deal to deal with. I do believe that Mega Smilex is in fact very resistant to, fire attacks. Water? There's no water element in this game. There's ice, but there's not water. Which is kind of an interesting dichotomy in most RPGs, in that if they're gonna have an element between ice and water, it's usually gonna be ice, and usually ice is the embodiment of water. Peach, of course, with her Group Hug, is carrying this team quite greatly. Group Hug is just a ridiculously broken healing move, in that it's easy mode. Peach makes this game easy mode if you keep her in her party and use her for her healing capabilities, because as you can see, max heal plus, you know, heal all status effects for only 4 FP, that's a great deal. I could heal up my FP though, but I'm not going to do that because I don't really, even though I probably should, and will probably change my mind on it because I'm really bad about flip-flopping, but I only have 2 Royal Syrups left and I don't really want to use them. Flame Wall, of course, is another move we haven't seen in a while, but it just doesn't really do that much damage. It's not one of Mega Smilex's tougher attacks. Of course, it biting you is a very potent attack, and, you know, that's not fun to deal with. Peach, we are going to give a mid-mushroom to kind of keep her topped off, because it's just a good idea to keep Peach topped off. And we got a freebie for our troubles. Actually, something I haven't really revealed yet. You can increase your chances of getting a freebie. I'm not sure if it's guaranteed if you actually kind of action command the item when you use it. If you, like, press the button whenever it dings over your head. I'm not sure if it's a guarantee, and I'm not sure if it's even, like, true or just some... Oh, Mallow's dead. And Mega Smilex is getting desperate and attacking more and more as it dies. But yes, I'm not sure if... What am I even saying anymore? I'm not sure if the item guarantee thing is actually something that exists, or if it's just one of those urban legend things. But that takes care of Smilax in its entirety. 40 experience points, but no money. I mean, yeah, no money. Because why is a plant gonna have money? Why do most of these enemies have money? Who knows? Everybody gets a nice level up, though. I think we're gonna get a lot of people level up off of that, because a lot of people were in... Oh, no, it's just Mario and Mallow.
Look what you did! Smilax has been whacked! Ooh, I'm gonna get it! Queen Valentina told me to keep everyone out of Nimbus Land. What should I do? I know, I'll run away.
And he dropped a sheet of paper. What's this? It's a seed. We are going to leave it right now because I'm going to teleport back to Rosetown and show off the old man that we heard about from a guy in Monstro Town. So if you remember, when we were in Monstro Town, there was a guy who was talking about a gardener who lives in Rosetown, and that opens up a little passage back here, where if you walk in here, there's a lone house. If I picked up the seed and brought it here, it would immediately initiate whatever it is this guy talks about, but let's talk to him.
Hi, I'm the gardener. See that huge planter? I've spent many years seeking the legendary seed and fertilizer to fill it with, but had no luck. If I only could find them.
So yeah, let's get that seed and bring it back. Teleport! Pick up you, and we got ourselves a seed. Teleport back? I'm not even really sure why I'm doing this. I mean, making more work for myself with teleporting back and forth. But anyway, now that we have ourselves a seed, we are going to talk to this guy.
Incredible! I can't believe it! This is a legendary seed I've read about in the ancient gardening texts. These are so rare. Can you even begin to comprehend what huge discovery this is? I've spent my whole life watching for it. It's too much, I tell you. Hey, I haven't finished yet. Well, that's my story. Say, will you give me the seed?
Oh, I'll give you the seed, all right. There you go.
I finally have it. This is extraordinary.
So yeah, that just leaves the fertilizer. So now, yeah. However, we do not have that yet, nor do we have the ability to get it yet, so that will be a thing in the future. Now it's time to teleport back again to that pipe. Wow! You know, it's a dang thing that this area is so short. So yeah, we go down the pipe, and here's a mysterious block that's just kind of sitting here, inviting you to hit it. And that giant beanstalk actually harkens back to Mario 1. Wow, did you see that? It's a magical beanstalk. Hit the block once more to climb it, because we couldn't really figure out another way to initiate that, little cutscene. So yeah, you hit the thing, and Mario has kind of a very hilarious climbing animation if you look at his legs. You go back and take a look. I don't mind, I'll wait. So we come to this area, and now we're suddenly in the clouds out of Bean Valley. We're gonna find this piece of paper here that tells us how to climb the vines, because this is a little unintuitive and doesn't necessarily work super well with Nimbus Department of Transportation. This doesn't necessarily work super well with the isometric view, and it's a little bit tricky. But anyway, we have a new enemy here who we're gonna fight. These new enemies who we've never seen before, birdies, and also heavy troopas, these super fat guys. Oh my god, they're so big. We're gonna hit one. It has 200 HP, so it was a lot of HP and a very high defense, so yeah. It also takes a long time to attack. These other enemies, on the other hand, are called birdies. Birdies don't have a lot of HP or a lot of attack or much special about them. If we psychopath them, though, we're gonna might be able to find out a little more about these enemies and who they might be.
I hate Valentina.
Who? Heavy Troopa's ready to launch. Heavy Troopa requires 2 turns to actually attack, and I'm actually going to show off the consequences of if you let it take that long. Also, even though the birdies don't have that high attack, they do have Grinder, which does, as you can see, as you just saw, a lot of damage. By comparison, Mario's attack goes up, Mallow is here. Incidentally, Heavy Troopas carry over the jump weakness from earlier in the game. And Mallow gets squished, so that is the attack of the Heavy Troopas. They hit very hard, but because they take 2 turns to attack, they're actually not that threatening at all, especially if you use magic on them. I think Thunderbolt's pretty effective because flying enemy, but we'll see. Yep. He's ready to launch again, but that doesn't matter because we're just gonna hit him with an umbrella and, well, we're gonna kick a shell at him and there. He's done. And we get a lot of coins, and we got an Energizer, and that's really nice. This is actually a really short area, so we're going to be able to get through this whole thing in just this one go. We should be able to do. So yeah, we jump up, we get those coins, we get into another fight, because why not? And as you can see, that is the advantage of the super jump. It'll pretty much take out the Heavy Troopas immediately. I'm not sure if the normal jump can actually do it, but, well, I'll tell you if it does next time I get into a fight. Anyway, now that we are back in this section, I almost stopped commentating for some reason. There are plenty of goodies for us to get as we travel up these vines and get some pretty challenging, again, isometric-based puzzles. This is one of the sections, oh my god, I've never really looked at that climbing animation from this side. What are you doing, Mario? Those eyebrows, though. But we're gonna get up here, and we're gonna keep climbing up. I don't want to fight some of these enemies, so yeah. We kind of need to jump off a little bit. And we're gonna climb up this side to see if there's anything over here on these weird vines. Or I think these just lead out to the same place. I'm gonna climb the other vine and see where that takes me, if it takes me somewhere different. Oh, I think this actually does take you someplace different, so I'm gonna go back down and climb up the other one. The real challenge in RPGs for me is finding the dead ends first, so you don't get all the stuff that's, you know... Oh, we got into a fight. How about... Ooh, that is a lot of birdies. Let's take them all out real quickly. And those guys are very weak to ice, so yeah, that's another move you can use if you just need to clear them out. Gino reaches level 16. And here I go, making fun of the birdies for not having very high attack, and look at the damage they can do to my party. So that's quite a bit of damage. Now that we're healed up, Gonna get back to climbing these vines all the way to the top. Hopefully this isn't the right way. And that creates a platform from which we can jump onto this vine and can get up and have to get into another fight. I forgot to test out the normal jump. Whoops. Oh well, so yeah, you go through up that path, and this is actually a secret area. Kind of secret. It's secret, you don't have to come here. You get a rare scarf for your trouble. I'm gonna put up on the screen what that does, specifically so I know what it does, because as we've seen before, equipment in Mario RPG, not the best for knowing what it does. Rare scarf raises defense power. You know, it says that, but, you know, it's kind of hard to tell what exactly that means. I mean, it says it, like, raises your defenses by, like, both of your defenses by 10 points each, but if there's any additional effects, I'll throw them in there, because this is, it's a secret item. But we jump back down, and there's even more goodies for us to find. I love goodies. Fall down even further, and, ooh, what is this? What are these men? The hot springs are up ahead, but only royalty can bathe there. And you don't look so royal. So, okay, those are guys. And we have new music, don't listen to it. We're gonna fall down this path for this other path that we did not climb up through. Let it be known that one jump is not enough to finish off the heavy trooper, but still does a respectable amount of damage nonetheless. Also, I was wrong. This enemy does not have 200 HP. It is like 300 HP. That is a much bigger number. But regardless, it's dead. Ho-hum. Oh, okay, you kill that birdie, and it creates a platform for you to stand on if you well, you know, if you go up this normal way and you can't reach that from a normal jump, you get a platform to make your platforming easier. That's cool. I don't know why that was so hard to explain, because you just saw it, now that I'm narrating the story of... Anyway, we come up to this area with new music, and this new cloudy, fluffy area, and this very pleasant music that is actually going to get annoying kind of quickly. Look at those clouds, they're so happy. We're going to go up and ride this spring up. We can leave with the spring, but that kind of spoils where we're going. And there's this whole town of fluffy-looking people.
All right, everyone, listen up.
Shut up!
King Nimbus's condition is growing worse. This means we'll be losing our magnificent ruler. But it just so happens that I have found the missing prince. Prince Mallow, that is. Prince Mallow, please, sir, Prince.
Get over here!
Well, it seems that our little prince has a mild case of stage fright. Excuse me.
Come on, make it snappy!
What? You can't get through? Well, just look at you, Tubby. Introducing Prince Mallow.
Welcome back, Prince Mallow.
My, you've filled out a bit, Prince Mallow.
You're looking fit, Prince.
Yes? What is it, dear? What? You're asking me to... Gracious! You're serious, aren't you? Why, I don't know what to say. Dear me. I've made my decision. At the request of the prince, I agreed to become his queen. Queen Valentina. Ooh, it just makes me shiver. Well, that's that. Back to your business, everyone. Hurry it up, will ya?
Oh, we got some slowdown going there.
Can you believe it? What a coincidence! There's a prince with the same name as me. Don't we have anything better to do than hang around here? Come on, let's go and find the rest of the star pieces.
Mallow, you're an idiot. But anyway, as you can see, we have arrived in Nimbus Land, one of the last towns in the game, by which I mean the last town in the game, spoilers. But we're not really going to explore it right now because we have had a surprisingly full episode. I'm kind of surprised it took up as much time as it did. And we are going to actually save exploring the town and figuring out what's going on in the next one. I hope to see somebody then. Bye-bye.